Hey guys, I'm Lucky, and today I'm going to give you an interview with.
Shaun of Nintendo.
Yeah, so let's go straight into the interview. So, question number one: tell me a little bit about your channel.
Well, my channel was made about, I'd say 2 years ago, maybe. My parents are arguing downstairs, I'm sorry. But anyways, my channel was made about 2 years ago. The reason I made this channel was because my old channel, ShaunofNintendo's, wasn't doing all that well, you know. I was a victim for subbing. Oh no. But and like I thought it was a huge thing. It's like, yay, all these subscribers. And like eventually you start noticing your views. And like I was one of those people when I started off early, I really didn't care because for whatever reason I just wanted to record. And the views thing kind of just started to get at me because I'm thinking, you know, I'm putting all this effort into and time out of my day into these videos. I think it only makes sense to people who subscribe to me, you know, would take the time to actually watch. And that didn't happen in my old channel. So it started to get well with this channel. This channel has been mainly Nintendo games, and I'm going to kind of veer to other games because I don't want to just be tied down to Nintendo.
I hear you. How did you get your name?
Shaun of Nintendo, there's not an interesting story behind it, unfortunately, but it started when I did make this channel. My friend Parton Joe, he was the one of my friends who actually like encouraged me to start a new channel because he noticed that my old channel wasn't doing all that well. So we brainstormed a couple of ideas, like what was one of them? I think one of them was the Irish Sean.
I like that one.
I did like it as well, but I'm thinking like I like Nintendo and I wanted that, and I'm thinking I always wanted to make sure my name was in my channel. Like I was one of those people, and Shaun of Nintendo. I don't know where it came from. I wish I did.
I was thinking of like the movie or the show Dawn of I forgot of what it was
Shaun of
called.
the Dead.
Yeah, Shaun of the Dead. That's what it was.
Yeah. Funny enough, actually, if you type up in YouTube Shaun of Nintendo comes before Shaun of the Dead. Ha! I beat it.
Good job. All right, now question number three: who inspired you?
Um, when I first started making LPs, back when I didn't actually know they were called LPs, like, you know, there was a lot of confusion, you know, between what an LP was and what a walkthrough was and what a playthrough was. It's like, how do you actually define them? So I obviously called them walkthroughs because while I did commentary, I always try to keep my LPs informative at the same time, so that when someone watches them, they're like, "Oh, hey, this guy's funny," but hey, I'm actually kind of learning something about the game at the same time. So I always try to make sure they're 100% playthroughs, and if they're not, I try to enhance the entertainment. But as for inspirations, there wasn't any because I started LPing without knowing it was LPing, kind of as a sporadic thing. It was back when I was living in Greenville, and I was just there playing on my Game Boy Advance SP, playing some Metroid Fusion, which, by the way, one of the best Metroid games ever.
I agree.
Uh, and I don't know why, but it's like, I think I was looking through YouTube and I noticed a couple of people recording gameplays, and I'm thinking, you know, this looks like something kind of fun to do. Funny enough, actually, my YouTube channel, ShaunofD15, was created a year before Nintendo Capri Sun started. So I was actually here before NCF, funny enough. And so yeah, there was an inspiration. I'd say though the current inspiration that I have, I like to watch a lot of smaller LPers, which is one of the main reasons I started my Let's Interview series. It was like I noticed all these smaller LPers, like these guys who really put time, effort, and dedication into their videos more so than people who have all these subscribers, and these people, they're getting left out. So like the interview series I created was for the purpose of trying to help all these people, you know. I say go check out their channel, you know, ask them questions that are not only related to their channel, but related to them as a person as well. So my inspiration, as simple as it can be, is just smaller LPers, really.
Okay. If you could do anything on your channel or in your career on YouTube, what would it be?
Uh,
Like, you want to feel that feeling again, like getting hit 100 subscribers, like that kind of thing, or?
redo anything. I I would probably, I'd love to go back and redo my Star Fox 64 Blind LP. That LP was so much fun. Like, it was just an LP with, like, I had no idea what I was doing. I just dove right into it. And funny enough, I started that LP because there was supposed to be a rumor, or there was supposed to be a rumor of a Metroid Fusion, no, not a Metroid Fusion, sorry, a Metroid Star Fox crossover saga for the Wii U. There was a bit of a rumor going about that, so that Blind LP started was because like I'm an avid Metroid fan. Like Metroid is the big thing for me with Nintendo. I love it to bits. And then we talk about Star Fox. I've never even played a single game of that before. So I figured, let's not just play it, let's do a blind LP. And people always said that Star Fox 64 was not only the best one, but it was a relatively short game. And it was. The LP was only like 7 parts. And for a blind LP as well. And I had a lot of fun with that. And I'm probably going to continue that again.
Okay. Why do you continue your YouTube career?
Well, that's a good question. Recently, there hasn't been a lot of reasons to do it. Like, I take the time for my videos. Like, I make sure they're properly edited. I take the time to record. And recently, YouTube has started to become a bit more of a chore than actually fun. And I try to make it fun. Like, I'm one of those people who's like, when I'm not recording, I'm thinking, oh God, now I have to record. But then when I start recording, then when I'm in the flow of it, it's like, oh my God, that's the best thing ever. So it's mixed feelings, really. Like, a lot of people say that you should LP for the fun of it and don't worry about the views. But you see, the thing is, that's kind of a two-sided thing. It's like, well, any person who gets a lot of views is automatically going to have more motivation. It's just going to happen. And like, you have less views, you're thinking like, why should I put in this effort if such little people are watching it? And I really have admiration for like the people with smaller peers who, despite the fact that they have all these low amounts of subscribers, they continue to do their very best, which is another reason like I get inspired by them. So like, I think I'm after tracing off the question.
You're going off question, but yeah, continue if you want to go.
I forgot what the question was.
Why do you continue to Let's Play or YouTube?
I continue it because it's kind of like a nice side hobby, really. If I start to trace off more, let me know.
All right, I'll bring
give
you
you a whip back on course.
All right, question 6. What is your opinion on the Let's Play community?
Ooh, I might have answered this question a couple of times in other questions, but I'll give it another whack. Let's Play community today is nothing compared to what it was a few years ago back when I started. Back when I started, like, everyone was supporting each other. As of recently, it's become like a flame war for views and subscribers. And it only kind of makes sense that that would really happen because, but the thing is, there's a lot of people out there who, like, no offense to them, but they make bad content, and they don't take the time to make their videos better. They don't try to optimize their videos. And they think that, anyone can be an LPer. They always think that they can just be an LPer. But it's like, no, you can't. You have to have these very specific requirements. You have to take the time. You have to make sure you're entertaining or maybe even informative or a mix of both. So I think the Let's Player community would be a lot better if, like, people would try, but, like, if they don't do well, accept that. Because I've accepted there's things I've tried and I haven't done well. Like, I tried making content in the Brony community and that didn't work out great. But I'm not going to keep trying it because people are going to criticize me, and I wouldn't be able to take the criticism if I thought I was better than what I actually was. So, like, there's a lot of people who think they're better than what they actually are. And not to say that you can't get better, but, you got to start taking criticism. I think people think they're better than what they actually are, and that kind of ruins the community a little bit. But I also think people need to be a bit less critical about people advertising their videos. Because, like, how the hell are you actually supposed to, get yourself out there? You got to post video responses. You got to communicate with people. You got to say, hey, do you mind checking out this video? And that's not forcing you to watch the video. And there's no shame. I actually encourage people to send me their videos because half the time I really enjoy them. So that's what I think people need to start doing.
Okay. Who is your favorite Let's Player?
If I had to narrow it down to one person, and for all my subscribers who are watching this, please take no offense to this, but if I had to pick one particular person, it would have to be Pear Strike. Interesting name, I know. And I don't know if you heard that. Sorry, I thought I heard a bit of noise. But Pear Strike was the man who was the start of my Let's Interview series. He's an amazingly funny guy. His video quality isn't the best, but he's one of those people who, like, despite his video quality, he's incredibly entertaining. Like, I can watch his videos any day, and there has never been a single one of his videos that has failed to make me laugh. So he's a prime example of someone who, like, doesn't put in the best of effort, but you would still enjoy his content, and he's always trying to improve, and he gets a bit demotivated himself, so you show he's only human as well. So definitely, he is definitely one of my favorite LPers.
Okay. What do you classify yourself as a Let's Player? Like informative, funny, what?
Um, I guess a mix of both because a lot of times in my Let's Plays, I'm playing and I'm making a couple of jokes. You know, I try to make it funny at the very start, and then I try to be a bit directive to some of the people who maybe haven't played the game before. Which most of the games I've played are pretty old games, so I guess I would make sense if they haven't played it. But then again, sometimes they haven't. Like there's a lot of people who haven't played Super Mario Galaxy, and there's a lot of people who haven't played Twilight Princess or Super Metroid. So I try to make them informative and funny at the same time, but primarily comedy because I know there's a lot of people out there who make informative Let's Plays, but they're usually very dull. One good informative Let's Player that I do know is Zelda Master 2010. Definitely, he's a good guy. Like, would recommend his videos. His Twilight Princess LP is very high quality, and he does have his humorous moments as well. But he'd be more of an informative Let's Player.
Okay. Um, what in your past Let's Plays? What was your favorite part and or game?
Favorite part of my past LPs? That is a tough one. I'm gonna try to flick through my mind.
Or what appealed to your fans the most? Like brought a
But
big like oh my god, he did that. Okay.
oh, oh, I do remember. I'm trying to remember. I think it might have been in my Star Fox 64 blind LP. That LP really got a lot of views just simply because of my idiocy during the LP. Um, like there's a lot of times where I was just going around and saying, "What the hell is this? How do I shoot this?" And so many stupid mistakes that like my friends would point out. It's like, "God, you can't believe you missed that," and "Oh my God, you don't know what this is." So that was the really great part about the
But they
LP.
have to
So
understand you were blind in that game.
yeah, but I told him I was blind. But like I also told him, feel free to criticize me because it's funny that way.
Okay. What advice do you have to give to Let's Players? I think you already said that, but say it again.
I'll say it again, yeah. Apart from being able to take criticism, and apart from like one thing you have to make sure is not to be afraid of bigger LPers. Now, I don't mean like just go talk to a big LPer for the sake of mooching off their views, which I know a lot of people do that, and I have to admit that I've done that before myself, and I'm sorry I did that. But there's a lot of big LPers out there who a lot of smaller LPers would be afraid to talk to because they're afraid that people will think that the only reason that they're talking to them is to get a lot of views. But there's people like Kabanamani456 and Koopa Kung Fu, people with big subscribers here, and I've talked to them and I've just had a nice chat with them because they're really nice people, and there's big LPers out there who are really nice. So one thing I would advise is don't be afraid to talk to them. Don't be afraid to ask them, "Hey, do you mind checking out my video and giving me a bit of feedback?" Because these people have all these subscribers for a reason. They must have done something right. So obviously they would have a bit of information to give back to you. And that's what I encourage people to do on my channel. I encourage people to send me their videos and ask me to be critical for them. And I know a lot of people do that. I know a lot of people don't do that. They always think, "Oh, you're spamming." And one other bit of advice, don't do camcorder LPs. Okay.
Well, if you're doing a
Because
DS game, you have to.
other than DS games.
Okay.
Well, there are emulators for that, but DS games are the only exception. Like I know a lot of camcorder LPers out there who like they really just don't try, and like it really gets annoying because like they can't take the criticism, so it's kind of hard to tell them that they're not doing something right, because there is a standard, there is a minimal standard that some people don't seem to see. And if I was to give one other advice, make a group of friends, find your group of friends, the people who will be willing to watch your videos, and that's how you expand. You have to make friends, people who are just willing to watch your videos and you're willing to watch their videos, and it kind of just grows from that.
Okay. Do you have any bad habits while you're recording, like you stutter or what?
I sniff right there. Bad habits, there's that. I have an occasional habit of kicking my microphone, cracking my knee, which I just did out there as well.
Oh,
I
I
heard
heard
that.
that. Oh god.
When I'm doing emulator LPs, sitting on this chair and doing this, this is a very annoyingly squeaky chair, and I gotta get this replaced. Other bad habits, I think that would be about it. I say I usually have a bad habit of overestimating how much time I actually have to do something. That's something I've done quite a lot. Uh, Another bad habit, I can surely think of one other. No. Okay, that's about it.
All right. Last question. What do you hate other YouTubers or Let's Players of doing on on YouTube? Basically, like like giveaways, what kind of thing?
I don't have a problem with giveaways as long as you don't ask for subscribers for them. Because I've seen people do that. And actually, I'm going to take an example. The Hero of Time. He did a giveaway and he knows he did this and he corrected it. So, fair play to him. Well done there, man. But originally, he would ask people to subscribe. And I've seen people do this before. They ask you to subscribe for a giveaway. Like there was this iPhone 5 giveaway that I entered to say, hey, you got to subscribe. I said, okay, I subscribe. I didn't win. I unsubscribed. It's like, okay, you might have lost subscribers, but even the subscribers who are going to stay there, you are going to gain dead subscribers. Like, and I did a giveaway one time where I didn't ask people to subscribe. It was a small giveaway, and people entered, and that was it. Guy got his prize. That's the thing I think giveaways should be. Now, I think they've put a bit of a strict thing about the whole asking for subscribers giveaway. I know Sully Pones, I'm pretty sure he did one where they asked for subscribers and Miss Cinema that stopped them. I think I don't know what happened with that. So even so, you really shouldn't do that. Another thing, what other thing do I have a problem with LPers doing? Well, there's not really problems I have with what they do. Is like as long as they're having fun with it, really. Don't ever, if someone ever tells you that you're only doing a series to gain views, okay, just ignore them because a lot of people do stuff like release date LPs. A lot of people, and I did this before, and I'm sorry I did this, but they would say like, oh, dude, you're doing release date LPs for reviews and blah, blah, blah. But it's like, no, they're not doing that. Okay, because if I ever saw a new Metroid game being released, by God, I would release date LP it because of how much I love Metroid. And I'm waiting here. It's been 2 years since the last Metroid game, since they released Other M, and I'm dying for a new Metroid game. I don't know what they're doing, but I'm hoping that what they bring out will be something really good.
All right. Any final words before we end the interview?
Yes. Thank you for having me on this. I will definitely put up a little bit of an update video saying that I got this interview and they'll go check that out. So it's a win-win situation in that sense. For those of you watching this video, thanks for taking the time. Hope you enjoyed what I had to say and all the stutters and my very squeaky, annoying chair. If you like my channel, definitely feel free to stop by. I'm closing in on 1,500 subscribers, and I'm trying to think of a nice little special video to do for that.
You should
And if you guys are interested,
all right.
I don't have a lot of money. I'm
Okay.
saving for the Wii U.
All right, but this is the end of the interview. Thank you for watching, and thank you for Sean for being so nice.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
His channel will be down in the description, and thank you for your time.
Bye.